Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Give me just a minute. We got to come back on the record.
Okay.
Okay, we're back on the record. Everyone that is going to participate and has not already been sworn in the 3 p.m. hearing,
Good to see you, buddy.
here's our deputy clerk.
If you're going to be speaking, please stand and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that any testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Under Idaho Code 63-501, the Board of County Commissioners are required to convene as a Board of Equalization. We are here to determine market value under Idaho Code 63-205, which states that all real, personal, and operating property subject to property taxation must be assessed annually at market value for assessment purposes as of 12:01 a.m. of the first day of January in the year in which such property taxes are levied. Furthermore, under Idaho Code 63-502, the function of the Board of Equalization shall be confined strictly to assuring that the market value for assessment purposes of property has been found by the assessor, and to the functions provided for in Chapter 6, Title 63, Idaho Code relating to the exemptions from taxation. The taxpayer shall have the burden of proof in seeking affirmative relief to establish that the determination of the assessor is erroneous. A preponderance of the evidence shall suffice to sustain the burden of proof. We're here to discuss the market value of the property, the condition, the state, or information that is relevant to the topic. This is fact and not opinion. We are not here to discuss taxes, past grievances, policy, personal income, or other issues. If you do not stick to the discussion as requested, your time will be reclaimed. The process is that the property owner will be given 3 minutes.
Okay.
This white light will come on. When the yellow light comes on right here in front of us,
Oh, gotcha.
when the yellow light comes on, that means you have 1 minute left. When the red light comes on, there's beep goes off, and you're done.
Okay.
And then if there's questions from the assessor's table, they will be asked through the board. Then the assessor table will be given 3 minutes. And if you have questions, they will be asked through the board. The rules are to be kind, direct all questions or comments to the board. If your conduct is out of line, you will be warned once. If your conduct continues to be out of line, you will be asked to leave. And if you don't want to leave, we will have the marshals in here to escort you out of the Introduce yourself and your time will begin.
My name's Philip Johnson, and I'm here for the property 856 East Bridger, Pocatello. My primary reason for the appeal or the dispute was handled by Mr. Speth yesterday via email, so he was super helpful. But I am currently doing a potential loan through my financial institution, and so they did a desktop appraisal on the property, comparing 3 properties. As usual, there's kind of a low, a middle, and a high. All these properties in comparison are built in more recent years, have garages, which mine don't. And they valued the home from a lending standpoint at $208,000. My assessed value for upcoming is $247,14. So I personally feel like I would be pretty smitten if I got $247 out of it to sell it. So anyways, that's all the information I had. Figured I'd bring it before you guys and see if that was something worth discussing. Appreciate it.
Just 1 second. Did you make any adjustments on the side that we didn't know about?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Well, I had 2 other questions. Do you have a copy of that desktop review?
Yeah.
And 2, was there a drive-by performed or just a desktop review?
I believe it was just desktop. Okay. I'm not positive on that.
Okay, but he has.
We cannot accept a hard
That's
copy.
fine. Just hold on. to
Because it wasn't in the
I
packet.
just wanted to know that you actually physically have one.
Okay.
Okay.
Did they make you an offer when you talked to the assessor's office that was different?
Did they make an adjustment change?
No.
Okay, that,
Yeah.
How much of the basement is finished?
If you were put a percentage, maybe 70%. Pretty large laundry room that's unfinished still.
okay. The assessor's table?
What was the date on that appraisal?
This was just in the last few days. I was trying to get a home equity loan. Yeah, it was just yesterday.
Just yesterday?
Mhm.
Okay.
What was the data, the value on that?
208.
Okay, your 3 minutes begin.
Subject property sits on a .2 acre lot. It does have 1,188 square feet on the main level, 1,188 square feet in the basement, with 594 square feet of finish. We are not showing any cooling. He built in 1915. We do show that there was a remodel in 1993. And that's all I got. Thank you.
Okay. Wiring, is it knob and tube or do you?
I believe it's more
been
up to date than that.
Updated,
Yeah.
okay, I just looking at the.
Yeah.
Questions. Comments about what you just said?
Yeah, that sounds accurate to me.
Okay, commissioners, any questions?
The question is, how much weight do you want to give the desktop appraisal? Because if I look at my online sites, the assessed value is where it should be. If I backdate the desktop review back 5 months, it comes in where he says it should be. So how much weight do you want to give that?
It's desktops. They're not walking in the property and
Right.
seeing the actual thing. They're just looking at the structure
Yeah.
and some of the other stuff.
Understandable.
So they're a little bit not a 3-point shot. They're a
Right.
field goal kind of thing, even a little bit wider than a field goal.
Yeah.
More like Australian rules football there. So I would probably, like I said, the 240 to 208, you're going to be in the subjective range then that you're going to have. It really depends upon what you're looking at, especially if they're using market trends as of yesterday when they did this. You have market trends that have drastically changed than from 5 months ago. I meet in the middle. I don't care. I mean, it's meet there. I mean, it's you know what I mean. This is a property too, where this small of a property and what's going on in the condition of it, year built. Like Ernie said, it's probably. I wouldn't be surprised if there is. If you crawled through that house, I wouldn't be surprised if there's actually knob and tube up in the attic.
If it got redone.
Yeah. Well,
But Mike, just a comment that in 2021, there was a BOE appearance.
What is that?
is this your first time coming to CS?
I've never come to see, but I did speak to Mr. Speth last year about just via email on some things.
Okay,
But this is the first time I've ever come before you guys.
but there was.
So they made a recommendation change.
Recommendation change, and we went from 251 to 180. So I'm just saying that,
Yeah.
every year we can't
Yeah.
keep going down from the market value.
I know that.
Okay.
That. Oh, sorry.
Okay, this is just a discussion
gotcha.
between the commissioners.
We're having out.
If you time adjust that, the 25%, that puts it at 225. So I'm pretty
I'm
happy.
okay with that.
I'm pretty happy to either go with
Bless you.
that or go with the 208.
Make a motion.
Make a motion.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we accept the desktop review of 208,000 as the value with the difference coming off the improvements.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we went with your 208.
Okay.
You have the ability to appeal to the state tax board or to the district courts, as well as the assessors table has the ability to do that also.
Okay. Thank
right.
you guys. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Amen.
Richard?
I'm gonna sneeze one more time here. This is gonna be fun.
Announce yourself and your 3 minutes begin.
Okay. Okay, Richard Ashcraft, 210 South 18th, of course, appealing my assessment. So I had an appraisal done last, appraisal was done on April 7th. We closed on the home on April 30th. I actually brought some copies with the signature for you, if you so care to see those.
He doesn't turn in every single sheet.
You can talk about them, we
So-
can.
No, that's the appraisal. He just didn't bring the appraisal signature sheet.
Yeah, so this has the signature
Little
sheet.
nothing in our packet.
Yeah, so I have that there. So I think $395. I talked to Mr. Spieth yesterday. He educated me on the time value adjustment. And so where the appraisal was done in April, he would adjust it for 8 months. My appraiser did say in his appraisal that comps that sold in the market were adjusted at a rate of 1% a month last year. But he also said that places that had a busy road influence, which I argue 18th does, is where the entranceway to the mini dome, Holterina, whatever you want to call it, those adjusted just at a flat 5%. So I'm going to argue right 395 because I don't think there should be any time adjustment. But if there is, I think a 5% to 8% is fair based off of what the licensed appraiser said.
Okay,
So
anything else?
no.
Comments about what he just said? Your 3 minutes begin now.
Subject property was built in 1979, and it's got 2,574 square feet above grade, 1,575 below grade, of which there's 1,418 finished. It does sit on a .4 acre parcel, and it is coming in at 125 per finished square foot. Comparable 1 is coming in at 134, comparable 2, 136, comparable 3, 121. And that's all I've got. Thank you.
Okay, questions about what she just said?
Nope.
Okay, commissioners?
We have the appraisal. I take it, time adjusted. We have just been using the flat 2 across because that was the easiest thing for all appraisals. There's arguments to be made of streets and all that other stuff, but yeah, that's,
If I time adjusted, that puts it at 458,200.
and you just used it,
I did the 8 months.
just the 8 flat. Okay. I'm
Motion?
okay with that.
Okay, Mr. Chair, on parcel RPRPPOC 005104, I make a motion that we use the appellate's appraisal, time adjusted, to a value of 458,200.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So, like I said, you have the ability to appeal, and so do they.
Right.
So, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll see you guys.
Okay, Whitehead. No show.
We
Comments on
do
this?
have a correction on him.
There, okay.
It looks like corrected house type, which brought the improvement in at 384,042 for a total value of 466,542.
Commission okay with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
On parcel RCBN 2000500, I make a motion that we adjust to 466,542 per the assessor's recommendation with the change on the house. A motion, all in favor, say aye.
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 Jennifer McIntosh.
Okay. No, I'm good.
Mr. Chair, on parcel RP RCHL 40000.
Thank you.
100, due to a lack of preponderance of evidence, I make a motion that we uphold the assessed value.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And Hamer was canceled? No,
Okay.
nothing. Okay. And Farrell was
Canceled.
moved to administrative.
Okay,
So we can do it real quick.
knock it out.
There was a correction on Hammer.
Oh, was there?
Yes. Just takes me a second to get to the right screen. Improvement value down to 260,407 for a total value of 322,407.
Let's go ahead and read that in. On parcel RPFRH000900, adjusted per the assessor to a value of 32240.
407. Yes.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Back to Farrell.
Oh, come on. That file.
BOE. I guess that was the same year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, they haven't had a land increase though for 4 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
19 it was there.
How big
here,
is it? What have we been looking at?
and then we went up 120,000
Did we
overall.
leave Egan's lot alone?
Yeah, we left his lot alone. We just made an adjustment
On
off
the
of the improvements. So his lot, I'm okay with his lot. I'm more than okay with
Okay.
that. The improvements, it actually sets him in line, or Farrell, it sets them in line for,
Where everybody's at.
yeah, I mean, they actually, yeah, the rate of increase wasn't as much as everybody else's, but I'm not gonna increase it, but I'll just, Mr. Chairman, on parcel RP RRTY 1001500, that we uphold the assessed value.
Have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I will admit that she works with my wife.
We'll let her and Wade duke it out.
All right, back to admin. We got the boss here.
Yeah, she's sitting right next to me. Hey, just because I have a scheduling conflict this afternoon, I have to take care of the kids. Is there either one of those at 4 o'clock that you guys would have to excuse yourself from? In the 4 o'clock hour, there's only 2 of them. Okay.
I'm okay with
Well, there's only one.
Oh, did they cancel one off?
Edward Tierney.
Attorney? Okay, so if you're good with that, okay. I
The
have
other two have been canceled, right?
I have one canceled, are they both in the
I only
cancel?
show two.
I only show
I thought-
2 on there. Tyler Roberts isn't even on there.
Tyler Roberts,
Oh, and Tyler has been canceled.
that's what I
And
thought.
then the,
And then Ferguson. They
Ferguson.
just told us was canceled. So that just leaves one.
okay.
I think
I'm okay,
Ferguson
Gerald.
might be
Okay.
canceled.
I just gotta leave sometime in there because,
You're in charge.
I'm in charge and I have a really mad 6-year-old and 3-year-old if they have to walk home.
All right. So, do you want to go through these?
That one with Sweeney was that one. That's the one that we need to.
Buck Sweeney?
Yeah,
Sweeney?
that's the Northgate one.
Millennial Development?
Yep.
Okay, so, on that one, on RP CPP 147200, if you look at pictometry, it really does look like it's dry graze, or non-irrigated. And that's what they're saying on that one, because it is on ag. We just have it as a Cattle 1, and they're saying it should be
Just dry.
non-irrigated.
They say it has no irrigation on it.
That's what they're saying. And then if you look at the map, so we can make that change. The other one is.
Okay, while we're there,
Okay.
it looks like it. Is there, I mean, there's got to be animals on it for it to be,
Well, that's the other thing too. They're not running animals on it.
No, but we're not saying that. We're saying it's just non-irrigated.
Well, I know, but their problem is they're saying it's
It's
ag.
not ag.
There's no agricultural production being done on it.
I don't know about that one, but the other one, we don't have an ag app on, so.
Well, and this one,
There is no ag.
Yeah.
cause to be raised, there's nothing going on up there.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that people get mad about, and I agree with them, is if you're getting an ag exemption, okay, you're arguing it should be dry land graze, well, you gotta be running cattle or sheep or something up there to get the exemption. There's no cattle or sheep or bees or
No hay.
hay, there's nothing, there's not a CRP allotment, there's nothing in that allotment. And that's where I
and you sent out the applications.
Yes.
They were not returned. So it's not your obligation to look on there. They didn't fill out the applications.
Yeah, and so, and like I said, I don't, state law is pretty specific, and we've
Right.
denied people for this because they didn't have a show of receipt for the parcel, and that's why I have a hard time with it even being,
It's on the ag
And
assessment.
most of the parcels up there, other than all did get put back on regular cat.
But they didn't do the application.
So, Mr. Chair, on parcel RP R 38510011101 and parcel RP CPP 147200, I make a motion that we uphold the assessed value and this category.
well, for discussion on the main thing is if they're not doing any ag, they shouldn't even be valued as an ag as irrigated. It needs to be evaluated as rural residential property.
Well, that's the one is on here is rural residential.
And one of them, they're making a contention of that's just that's that easement strip that's 10 feet wide.
Right, but it's still,
I mean, yeah, those are typically, in the rest of the county, we just treat those as a nominal value because there's no, it's a,
so how do you want to
It's a-
address that one then?
well, that's like a byway, know, like an egress. I can understand, I don't know how you would do that because you can't say it's the same because you can't, and there's no building, there's anything. The other one that's the ag one is the one that's the one that I'm really,
So then, let's just make that on the first one then, since that's not in discussion. I will retract the second parcel. That's the 7,200. So then,
Uphold. the
Yeah.
first one. We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. So now discussion on that second one, it is
okay, wait a sec. So,
on the 100 and,
Well, the other one, so that's actually, who owns that one?
1101 Millennial Development Partners.
Yeah, so the 1101, that's the one that is an easement way between a piece of
5 acres?
Yeah, and it's not, it's 4.91 acres. That is the one that I don't have a problem with that one going back.
Yeah, that was weird.
That one's the one because there's these two pieces of property, and for them to get to their other piece of property, they have to go across. That's their road. Is
So
that
that
what
should
they're
be
going to put
last
in.
year's value of
That-
92?
Yeah, and then the other one was the one that I was saying is the one that I have serious heartburn with.
All right, well, let's fix that one since we're there. So, Mr. Chair, on parcel RPR 385-1001101, I make a motion that we set that back to last year's value of 92,025.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 So, hold on one sec. I just want to look at something to make sure that we're correct in this before I do this. Because I want to make sure that I didn't misstate something. PCPP 14720. Was there any kind of developer's exemption or anything like that that was
No.
brought in?
No.
And it shows irrigated land, which is in dispute.
Well, again, so this is the problem I have. Is there an ag exemption on it? So it's irrigated land is set as an ag category. Okay? Is it an ag category then? There's no agricultural production.
It probably shouldn't be, no.
And that's what I'm getting at, is
The
that one?
assessor sent out agriculture eligibility forms on all properties, and the forms were not returned.
So, and this is where I have a cause to be raised right now. Every single one of those parcels to the north of that road all have ag exemptions on them, and they are not ag producing.
Okay, so I beg to differ, because there are some that I have checked that do.
They are, but not the ones that are owned by Millennial Developments. This one on this group, there's no animals on here, there's no anything in this sector, this group right here. This right here, none of this is ag producing. This is ag producing 100%, and they should have an ag thing. This right here is owned by a different individual. These are owned by different people. This group that own this, there's no, they didn't apply for it, they couldn't do that. So if you have somebody that has bare ground that is asking for no, just
Exemption.
you have to, for an ag exemption, you have to show something, whether it's dry land grazed, irrigated ground, or whatever, because otherwise you're going into the zoning map, and the zoning has it shown as something a lot different. And that's where I have a problem of people sitting there, they're not paying taxes on anything, they don't have to pay taxes on anything, and they're expecting everybody else to pay the difference.
Okay, a motion on 7200.
Hold on one second. I'm pulling a zone map. It's fine there. Okay, so it's all green. Let me make sure that this is correct before I say this. So, this is your other problem. This isn't even residential suburban. This is commercial general. This is your highest cost. Jason, what is the cost per square foot for commercial general property in Bannock County at tax assessments?
In this area?
In the county? Do we have for commercial general? So in this area, let's use it, use it for, and it's in the city, so it's the same zone as Yellowstone Avenue.
Well, if we have a different commercial rate that is kind of being developed up in Northgate, because thus far the biggest thing we've had up there is that apartment complex. So it's not on the Yellowstone schedule. Not to say that that's not where it will land.
What's the basic square footage price that we are doing out South Fifth and similar areas? What's
South Fifth, we're talking $2. Northgate, we're talking closer to $5.
So this is the problem that I have. They've taken all this, they've left ag exemptions, they think it should be left at ag exemptions, And it's no lands, no anything. It's commercial general. They are anticipating the market because they don't have to pay taxes on it. That is the cheapest loan they will ever have, is to have that treated as ag ground while they can hold it and they can find somebody to pay them lots of money. And right now, we are paying for that.
Okay, give me a motion.
Well, the motion might be a little bit longer because I have a whole bunch of parcels that are in that area that are gonna get changed.
Okay, let's hear it.
Mr. Chairman, all parcels that are located in the Northgate area that are listed under commercial general inside the city limits of Pocatello or Chubbuck that do not have active agricultural production to be returned to the commercial general schedule.
Friendly amendment. You said all parcels listed as commercial general. They're not listed currently as commercial general.
Oh, no, they're commercial. Those are all commercial general. That's pink.
But they're not listed on,
Oh, yes, current zoning. Thank you. Current zoning, commercial general.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
hold on one second. I just want to make sure that
Yep.
we're clear, because they're not all listed as commercial general. So you want all parcels within that zoning to be changed to commercial general.
Unless they hold a single-family residence on them.
I'll take that one.
We do things more by use than we do zoning, so we
But-
would put it at a Cat 12 because it's, right now, it's not as commercial. Am I correct or not?
I believe that a lot
Some
of
of it
these
is
pieces of land, since Northgate, since its inception, I don't think there has been a,
They've left everything alone, and that's not the
Change
use.
to
The
that.
use for it right now is development. There is no use right now.
what is purple?
That's commercial general. That's all of your apartment buildings. That's all of your stuff that's there. It's inside the city limits of Pocatello. It is not even in the county. There is no way, and this is an argument that I'm just, well, it should be left alone because it's highest and best use. Well, its highest and best use right now is they've changed it for development and are trying to build houses and buildings and sell it for $8 a foot.
Well, the truth of the matter is, if we go with this motion, and we do what the motion says, and if people don't agree with it, they have an appeal process.
I mean, we've already changed a couple of these. We already denied their
Ag,
thing because these are, you have a new medical building being built right here, and we have denied their nonprofit. It is the property touching it has a new medical hospital being built next to it. These are not, and they're using this ground that they're claiming an ag exemption for as the staging area to build the building. That's the heartburn that I'm having right now. Is this is the ground that's listed, and they're trying to sell for the highest amount possible, but the rest of them they're expecting us to say, oh no, that's dry line graze at $75 an acre.
No, sir.
Nope.
all right, we have a motion.
It is agreed upon.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And that takes care of Millennial, correct?
Yep.
All right. The other ones we had were Tyranny. Is that the one you wanted to wait on? Which one did you?
I believe he was a 4 o'clock here.
Oh, that's my other pile. Never mind, that's my other pile. Summers? Up Buckskin?
He's one I asked to table.
Table? Well, we did until the guy got here.
I don't think I'm the guy on Summers.
Yeah, he doesn't want to deal with Mr. Summers.
All right. So,
Do you guys want to circle back to Scott Harris?
SHJH.
That's a
We are
big
there
gnarly.
now.
That's a big gnarly one.
Did you already discuss the
We haven't dis-
residential home?
No,
Haven't
we didn't do
discussed
anything.
on it yet.
Celeste, do you want to talk about the home itself?
You bet. Trying to pull it up right here.
And that's the home on Burley Drive?
No, it's a home on Colonial.
Oh,
So
his
subject,
address.
oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Are we ready? Okay.
Yes.
Subject property is a two-story, built in 1978, with 1,956 square feet on the main, 1,320 square feet in the basement, of which there's 1,188 square feet of finish. It is coming in at $106 per finished square feet. Comparable cell 1 is coming in at 118, comparable cell 2 at 116, and comparable cell 3 at 115. That's all I got. Thank you.
Commissioners?
The house, I don't have an issue with the house of where it's at. It's those areas that we've been looking at. That's pretty,
The lot value's in line.
yep.
Mr. Chair, on parcel RPANS 006000, I make a motion that we uphold the assessed value due to lack of evidence in the file.
Have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the next one.
That's the big one.
That's parcel RPRC RWS 000201 Hawthorne Gardens.
Hawthorne Garden.
So we had a discussion with Mr. Harris about this property last year, specifically about the increase in land. And we had agreed at that time to go ahead and bring the land back to the prior year value until we had a chance to look at the whole property. And that's what happened for this year. So putting them on an equitable land schedule made a change to the land. And then when we converted this parcel into ProVal, accounting for, you know, a 164,000 square foot apartment to go, it took the property from just under 10 million to just over 15 million. So when we have a commercial property experience a 50% increase like that, we go over with fine tooth comb to find out, are all of our details accurate? Is there anything in here that needs to be addressed? And I even reached out to the appellant before we mailed out notices just to let them know we are going to see an increase this year, but we're here to have conversations to take a look at everything we can. I had a conversation with both Mr. Harris and Mr. Hawks, and we talked about everything we could think of. They sent us a profit and loss statement, and we took a look at a per unit value of this property. Came in at $103,000 a unit, and we took a look at other similar properties throughout the area. And you know, in my packet, I've got ranges anywhere from $60,000 on the low end for a 1976 apartment complex, all the way up to $223,000 a unit in the new Northgate complex. So $103,000 a unit definitely seems towards the lower end when we're talking about one of the nicest apartment complexes in the county. So even when we looked at the income approach, you know, I told both Mr. Harris and Mr. Hawks that we looked for any opportunity we might have for adjustment, but even with this steep increase, we do show this complex is likely on the lower side.
But they didn't submit anything but this document.
Did they give you any kind of like average rents? How many doors do they have there with their average, with their, I mean, what do they?
They've got 150 doors out there.
So they have 150 what is their average rents that they had?
I think the average, I believe they said their average rent that they're collecting was closer to $1,000 a month. We felt that seemed a bit low for what we've seen in the market for complexes. There was also some discussion from both the appellants that they had felt there was an agreement in place to value this solely on the income approach in perpetuity. And I went back through the file and I found the agreement and the initial agreement, it was when they were in development.
Yeah.
It just stated it would be through leasing up the building upon its occupancy.
You want me to do an income-based approach with a cap rate of 5.3%?
That's what
I sold at $25 million.
Yeah, when we took that approach.
Because you can't claim.
There's no evidence whatsoever.
Yeah, you can't claim that they can't rent these because there's a waiting list for them.
Yeah.
So you have a 95% occupancy. They're relatively new. So your maintenance schedule, 85% is you only have maybe a 15% maintenance cost on that. Even if you increased it another, you're still within the realm of where those are. Sorry,
Almost 26.
almost 26. I mean,
All right. Call for motion.
Mr. Chair, on parcel RP, RC, RWS 000201, I make a motion that we uphold the assessed value of a property.
Have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. That brings us back in line. Kirkham?
so.
Kirkham?
Yeah, our records indicate they might have canceled. Pull up the parcel and see if there's any adjustments.
Yeah.
This one. I mean, if they had a purchase price. 2021, 11/24/2021.
Yeah, we have that.
Take the purchase price, the land value they're claiming is obsolescence due to the steepness of it. Okay, but when their argument, they said that the value of the house went down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I'm not gonna buy that one.
not a,
Just to give you background from what I'm seeing in the parcel, on parcel RP/RP/SW2012-900, it looks like there was an adjustment made on our end that brought, both on the land and the improvement, the land went down to 85,250, the improvement went down to 430,102, for a total lowered value of 515,352.
Which parcel was that?
The one ending in
900.
12,900.
Mr. Chair, on parcel RP/RPSW201-2900, I make a motion that we accept the assessor's recommended value of 515,352.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
aye.
On the other parcel ending in 12,102, it looks like there was a change to how they value the land to change it to be more as contiguous and not a buildable lot. So the land value on that parcel, we dropped from 16,536 down to 7,536.
$75 what?
36.
75036?
7,536.
7,536. That's parcel ending in 102.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, on parcel RP/RPSW201-2102, I make a motion that we adjust the value per the assessor's recommendation to 7,536.
Have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, that brings us to Galen Newbold. Any comments on these?
He He's comparing in-town properties to his out-of-town property.
Well, and his property keeps. And this is the commercial property, right? Yep, it is.
The rental, the triplex, isn't it?
Yep.
We handle triplexes and fourplexes through residential, but you can make an argument on the income approach to see where it sits.
The problem is, so we've used an income-based approach and some other stuff because we have good values and good other stuff. You take his rents. He has did he disclose what his rents were?
I don't believe so.
No.
$340 less a month than what Pocatello rents are. That's what he says.
I don't have any information here to show, and he's comparing apples to baseballs right now. So,
Square foot, 82, 84,
uh,
103, 130, 91.
Mr. Chairman, on parcels RPRMHT 2001802 and parcel RPR4225008312, I move that we uphold the assessor's value.
Have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. There's the vote. Brett, Humphrey, Shirley. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 properties.
Yellowstone Highway.
That is a huge piece of land. Is that up in Tyhee area?
I think this first parcel is one that came up in BOE discussion 2 years ago.
Like it was in BOE in 19, BOE in 20.
Yes, this is the junkyard that's out there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And the property's still less this year than it was last year. It's less this year than it was in BOE, correction, in 20, right?
Well, their land is split up into a couple different, they have commercial improvement, residential improvements. They have 2 buildings, and then they have rural residential, rural commercial tracts. They're treating it, so this is the thing that really bothers me, is they're treating these properties as residential and they're not residential. They're commercial. Nominal value. It's on the Yellowstone corridor. What's your Yellowstone value? $2 a foot?
We haven't taken it all the way that far.
A buck a foot? I'll take a buck a foot. I mean, all of these commercial properties, and this is the problem that all these people do, is they have these and they sit them there because they know that they're not going to get taxed on them. It's the cheapest loan they will ever get while waiting to speculate on the price of the property. So you have 1 acre and 6.94 acres. So you have 7.94 acres times 44,200 square feet. Let's give them 50 cents a foot.
7.9.
We have a minimum of $1. That far out, we would treat probably closer to South Fifth at $2. However, I will state that North Chubbuck, that kind of whole area up there, for what's there right now, since we haven't converted a lot of those, you're probably closer to the $1.50 a square foot range.
Well, even being kind, like Commissioner Tubby suggested at a half, that would make it 170,000.
So you're $50,000 less. And that's what I'm saying. This is why all of these properties, when we talk highest and best use, or what are they being used for? They're commercial.
It's a junkyard.
It's a junkyard. You're making money off that. That's a business. You know? So if it doesn't have a residential house on it, or multifamily house on it, and it's just a thing, why is our nominal value 0 or default is 0?
This is probably a property that warrants a thorough working.
Well, I know, but you have so many of them in there. What I'm saying is just, this is the problem that you're running into, is people do it on purpose. So I have no reason to lower the value on this property. That's what I was getting at, is, I mean, you look at it from a commercial comparison, which the house is unlivable. Yeah, it's because you're not using this as a house. You're using this as a commercial opportunity. And you're claiming it's a house. So
You
there
want
we
one
go.
end, but you don't want the other end.
Yeah. So
All right. Motions?
I'm good with upholding the whole thing.
Mr. Chair, on parcel RPR 380-303-9000, parcel RPR 380-303-7100, and parcel RPR 380-303-7200. I make a motion that we uphold the assessed value.
Have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Myers.
This might need to be one today. Okay. Nope, I'm good.
Goldstein Myers?
I just saw that name.
So he has a purchase in May of this year. Am I reading that correctly?
Yeah.
There's a purchase and sale agreement.
So my question on this one too is, it says that both parcels are shown on the same assessment notice?
They have two parcels, one's right next door to it. It's actually, it appears that the reason that they were allowed, that part of the property of the rental is actually on another property.
Oh, the building straddles the properties.
It looks like it. I can't tell for sure. It might be just a, no, it's. If they have a sales agreement from this year,
Which they do, that does list both parcels on it.
I'd take it at the sales price
So
on those two.
again, just to make sure so on the sales agreement, it lists parcel RPR 076400 and 077100. Those are the two in question, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Purchase price of $155,000. So, Mr. Chair, based on this purchase and sale agreement dated 5/16/22, I make a motion that we accept the seller's or the appellate's value of $155,000 for the combined two properties or two parcels.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. James Nelson. Two parcels.
This Lava Ranch now.
Well, it's, I don't know if it's in the Lava Ranch or next to the Lava Ranch, the way its description
This one's
is.
in Lava Ranch
It
Phase
is.
3.
Okay. Just reading this complaint.
Were either one of these in the ones that
Live Ranch stole this, they did this.
There's no adjustment for they work on it. We had that Thunder Mountain and some others, but or Thunder Ranch. We had nothing in Lava Ranch, correct? And there's no adjustments. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. For me, you have 2 5-acre parcels. It's in the Lava Ranch subdivision. I don't have a reason to not uphold the value. Mr. Chairman, I would move on parcels RPRRLR301260 and 2700 that we uphold the values of the assessor.
A motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next is James Brown.
I feel good. Thank you, Braden. I appreciate the
Yeah. Oh, I got it.
I appreciate the courtesy laugh down there.
I was trying to hold it together.
That was good.
This is a
Jason's
recreational
snickering a little
property,
bit. I got a
not
small
rural
smile out of
residential.
Jason.
Okay, we need to have a discussion of what rural residential is versus recreational.
There isn't a difference.
There is no difference. There is no argument there. Mr. Chairman, on parcels RPRR TMR 002000210 2200 and 2300, I move that we uphold the assessor's value.
A motion, all in favor say aye.
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 I don't feel so good now.
What's that?
I don't feel so good now. That was the James Brown.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah, I get that.
I still do.
It's getting late.
It's getting late.
Adamson. 1, 2, 3, 4 properties.
How many of us need to recuse ourselves on this one?
Oh, yeah. Just give us some compelling evidence.
Oh, this was the lot that they bought. So, yeah. Yeah, this is that brand new subdivision up there, Bill Satterfield's.
On the lot ending in 002, I think I would agree with them. It is just a narrow strip of land.
That's just the one that they, yeah.
So, Mr. Chair, on parcel RPRCCPC039002, I make a motion that we accept the taxpayer's opinion of value of $6,269.
6,260.
Yeah, $6,269. It is just a strip of land that can't do anything with it.
Okay. That's the one that they purchased that lot for $89,800 in September of 2021. That's
Do you want to go back to the purchase price then?
yeah, just to the purchase price is where I'd set it, because that's what they're actually selling and they're still selling those same lots for that same price right now.
This strip of land.
No, this is their house lot. This isn't their.
okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I agree with you on that lot. Yeah.
One ending in 800. Oh, did I not say you have a motion?
Oh.
A motion, all in favor say aye.
I voted in my head even right there. Sorry, that's not bad.
Yeah, I've got it the next
Yeah,
day.
no, parcel
Nancy. Keep it online here.
Well, I didn't realize you could turn back different one.
Parcel number RPRPJR30000800. I would move that we accept the sales price value of 89,800.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 The other ones, hold on, I haven't gotten to that one yet. That was 606.
606.
606. That is a residential lot. It's 3 acres. Where's that 606 one located at?
That's just on the other side of the one we just upheld, that narrow strip of land.
The narrow strip?
It's got a road going.
Oh, yeah, those are the ones, that's that subdivision that they're building. Yeah, that's the subdivision that they're building, that they're doing this weird, there's some open space value to it, but it's not a, you can never build a lot there, or you can't build a house there, you can't do anything there. So I'm okay with that going, whatever.
That was 606.
Then the last one was, yeah,
We don't have a motion on that. You want to put one there?
what, on the 606.
Yeah, just put it,
See, this is the one that they had it set at last year, but then they split the lots apart, and we remember that's the one that they came in, and we vacated the subdivision.
Okay.
So that's what I'm wondering is this tax value from last year on the 606 parcel? I believe that's the one that we vacated the subdivision and then they redid the lot lines. Is the value showing then what was assessed at last year's tax on that subdivision? That's what I was trying to look it up right now because
on there, they're saying the value should be 29,000.
yeah, because and what I'm saying, what I think has happened. Where's that 666 number or 606 number? It's RPR.
It's right here, too.
CCP.
Yeah, see, they went in and they did some weird, and how they did that other area, and then this other parcel, they had these weird cuts that they did. We and I don't know. I think that's, like I said, what were they asking for on that one? Was that the 29,000 one?
29,900.
I'm okay doing that because they're never going to build or touch or do anything there. It's just blah. And if you assess me $99,000, I would just say take it. You know.
Motion.
Mr. Chairman, on parcel RPRCCP C025606, I would accept the value of $29,000.
29,950.
Or $29,950, thank you. And then that last one, I haven't gotten to it yet. Have you been looking at that one?
On that one.
Do you want to vote on that, Mr.
We have a
Chairman?
motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Too many parcels. It's getting to that time.
That's the problem.
I had a deadline here and we're slowing down.
Oh, you're definitely doing better.
You guys are out of fuel. Come on.
I'm done. My brain.
You said you had to leave before.
I'm leaving it. I'm leaving here in just a minute. I got
Okay.
me sitting in the parking lot waiting for me.
This one went up $600.
That's why I said those were those nominals, and however, I don't care. Leave it or
That's
adjust
the
it.
last year's value.
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, I move on parcel RPRRBRY000100 that we return at the last year's value.
Have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Did we do one ending in 002?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad you're keeping track.
Okay, where are we at now?
The next one we have is Ralph Boyer.
Boy.
What he showed it for.
There's one parcel that changed. The west side has two.
Mines?
Oh, I think I know what this one. I think is the one that has the title error. Is it bad when you've started to memorize what the properties are and you know exactly which one they're talking about? Oh yeah, that's this. I put it on 401 1500 RPR 401. Why does that not pop up?
What do you got?
It wouldn't bring up my parcel number. Oh, that's why.
Mr. Chair, on the parcel RPRPOLV 002800, I make a motion that we uphold the assessed value.
Have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You guys figured out the 8,900 yet?
I'm working on that one right now. And
I was trying to buy you some time.
it's, so he's saying, his argument is, I don't know why he's saying that there's a survey issue now on this one, because this one, it looks like is corrected. I'm not buying it.
This is the 3.37 acres on Old Highway.
Yeah. And he has an access easement on it. It's right here, and he's building a new house on it. He has a new roof on it.
On what?
That one right there.
What is the improvement? 'Cause on
I
this
can't
one,
see. I'm gonna, hold on, let me go to Google Earth and.
Last year it didn't have anything on the improvements, and this year it has $15,000. That's,
Hold on.
Oh, it's just outside.
Looks like there's been a home under construction
Yep,
for
and it's
some time.
been there for several years.
okay, yeah, that was the only thing that really stood out. And then we doubled in land value.
Mm-hmm. Hold on 1 second. I can almost tell you which one it is, because I've driven by it so many times. And Ernie, you'd know exactly which one it is too, by driving by it. So, there's the way station. So, hold on 1 second. There's the way station. It's this house right here. It's this one at the very back. It's the big one that they've been taking forever to do.
Yep,
Yep.
I know it. And how much are those lots going for right there in that area?
I have no problem with upholding the value. Mr. Chairman, on parcel RPR 401500890, I move that we uphold the assessor's value as presented.
Have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
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 Now you gotta go.
Oh, I got a couple minutes. I'm okay.
Next one is Marshall.
Marshall. John Marshall?
Yes. 1, 2, 3 parcels.
They won't be there off the bus till 4:30. Oh, but if I'm not, but otherwise, if you're not there at like by 4:40, they might take them back upstairs, and that's when they're gonna get real mad.
John Marshall. 1, 2, 3 parcels. Commercial property, total area, have not kept pace with residential.
2500 Garrett Way. Did you have a chance to go through this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the file. I don't recall making any changes, but I wanna double check. This is, we classify them, it's called an industrial flex mall, where they've got kind of that hybrid approach of some office space and a lot of warehouse space. This is at least partially leased to Fastenal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one in 509 did not increase, well, increased $5,000 from last year. The one ending in 405 increased $3,000 from last year. If we're talking commercial. The other one, it did increase $500,000.
Actually, I did,
Lower into 2101, 1,201,000.
yes. Looks like, I believe what I did on this one is, there was some cause for concern in how high we were grading the building,
Okay.
and that brought it down.
Mr. Chairman, on parcel RPRPCPP 048605, that we make adjustment to 1,201,159 as the assessor's recommendation.
You want to uphold the other two at the same time?
And uphold the properties of, hold on, at RPCPP 084, excuse me, 089,405 and RPR 3803055,509. That should be all of them. That was upheld, and then the other one we held, that we changed the value as requested by the assessor.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Almost through the admins.
The next one is Bates.
Hold on. Okay. All right, I'm good. Hey Jason, you agreed to 365,000 on this house?
This home has been an interesting property over the last 4 years. We were able to settle before on a BTA before it went to the hearing 2 years ago.
Which one are we doing? Bates, Margaret Bates.
But the appellant, there was some, I believe, misunderstanding on how those processes work, and we explained to the appellant in years past that those BTA decisions are good for that year and the following year. And because the appellant missed the deadline on 2019, they have since felt that we owed them what the difference would have been in the value from 19, and we have that same conversation every year.
Mr. Chairman, I move that parcel RPRPPR 6002400 be upheld.
Have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Rebel Estates. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
How big are these lots?
This one, first one's 20 acres.
The second one's 20.28. This one's ending in 13 and 27.
3.6. Mr. Chairman, I move that the parcels that are being that the parcels that were appealed by Rebel Estates have the value upheld as the assessor's value.
Have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Perez.
Omar.
How well are you?
How best buddies are you with Omar?
I am not.
I'm gonna walk down the hall and go to the bathroom then for a minute. I think he's helped me. I think I've bought a couple houses where he's been my realtor more than once.
Well, on parcel ending in 500, he says the assessor's appraised value is 315, taxpayer's opinion is 315.
That's what I was just reading.
Am I missing something there?
The same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
inclined to
and
agree.
it has
with
190 on both the other ones.
I don't understand.
You just wanted to make sure you got it.
Although we are higher, I think they may have written their estimate in both
Oh,
fields.
okay.
Looks like we were at 356, 954.
Oh, okay. Darn it, I thought we were gonna get through this one fast.
Basement is unfinished. Yeah. It
We
said
have it
that,
listed at about 3/4 finish. It's like he said he's taking out the basement ceiling, he's like a remodeling.
what are you coming up with?
I can't find it for whatever reason.
Anything on either one of them?
You know, on the first one where they said they've started to remove some basement finish, we have it at 3/4 right now. Sounds like they might be in the middle of a remodel. I'm not sure when it started, but we certainly haven't been out to see where it would sit.
Thank you.
Hey, Darryl. I can't pull anything up for
To give you a little
whatever
background on how that value is situated between the two floors, the basement accounts for about 15% of the total house's value.
On the land, I mean, it went up, what, 24,000?
24. Looks like this one was converted over to a land schedule this year.
So comparable to the area.
Go ahead, I'll take a motion.
Okay, on parcel RPRCBNS003500 and parcel RPRPMOR003000 that we uphold the assessor's value. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. JM Corporation.
I do enjoy ones that I'm at least familiar with.
Pershing and Yellowstone, two different parcels.
I believe, I actually have a recommendation to change value on 4 parcels. JM Corporation owns actually 4 pieces of property right there. They own, I'll pull up the actual parcel that I have, but they appealed 2 parcels, which actually brought to light for me that when we use that contiguous nature of commercial parcels on the Yellowstone corridor, as we have done with many others, when we converted these where they were a separate business, I don't think we analyzed them together or paid attention to those owner names. When I went back through there and saw that, I reanalyzed these. And so it does appear that all 4 of them, I have a suggested lowered land amount. Would you like me to give that to you for all 4 parcels?
Let's
do the 2.
go ahead
Okay.
and make the motion, and then you tell the parcels
Do
and
you want to
the
go on
number.
all 4, even though we only have the 2 here?
I can take those other 2 and put it into our recommendation packet that we put at the end.
Put it in the recommendation,
Let's do
so
that.
we don't.
So, Mr. Chair, on parcels RP, RPID, T 002203, I make a motion that we accept the assessor's appraised value of
$137,643 on the land, $87,238 on the improvement, for a total of $224,881.
And on parcel RP, RPID, T 002204, I make a motion that we accept the assessor's recommendation of
A land value of $314,759 with an improvement value of $280,722 for a total value of $595,481.
Have a motion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Next we have Amos Arnold. 2 parcels, Cobble Court. Appraisals and explanation. Please, I'll see appraisal report for dates listed above. Come on, baby, appraise. So purchased in 20 and 21? 206, 220. He's looking at 230 and 240. I see Tubby here. We had him at BOE. The heck this? That's an opinion of value. Funny thing.
Okay.
I mean, that was,
What person?
this is the one that's located at 70. Well, I just need, that's not her, okay. That's not their appraisal.
Right.
It's an appraisal.
This is what we were arguing about yesterday.
Yeah, the appraisal of that home is for the home that was built in
I think those are the same, Ernie. If you want to look through those.
That's Cobble. That-
They're in here, I think. 3970. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's, I got it.
You got all, okay.
So the appraisal is not for this home.
It's for a duplicate of it, which was the argument
Yeah.
yesterday, that it wasn't for the exact home. It was
For the
a
mirror.
similar home.
The mirror side.
These guys come in as a group before, I think.
And yesterday, we upheld the values, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll do the same thing. Opinion?
Mr. Chair, on parcel RPRPQT 1000700 and parcel RPRPQT 1000100 that we uphold the assessed value.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Robert Turk. Look like one parcel?
Robert Turk, I am not seeing that on my list.
I see it on the schedule, but I don't see a packet.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a packet.
That's what I have from the assessor's office. And then in his argument, the windows are 50 years old, single pane, roof has double layer of shingles, basement is 2/3 finished, not 100% comp. Not sport evaluation. Carpets are 40 years old. So
273 is the assessor's value.
We do show the home as not having any updates, but we do show the basement is full.
Mr. Chair, on parcel RPUNP 008700, I make a motion that we uphold the assessed value.
Okay. On the admins, we have Earl and Christy Blair. Kristen Blair.
Oh, was that a 4 o'clock that we just did?
Either were 4 o'clock showed up.
We have one 4 o'clock that didn't.
Yeah, one canceled and one didn't show.
We had Edwin, right?
Good Tierney.
Yeah, that we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that. But we have the one finished. Do you guys have Earl and Kristen Blair on the admin?
I do show that.
Okay.
And from what we saw on our end, while there was an increase on both properties, we found it to be within what we would expect for those parcels in those areas.
And we believe the housing market is highly inflated. I mean,
I think we can all agree.
You make a good argument.
I agree with you 100%, but it doesn't mean that values have changed.
value.
300,552, that's on the house, and then 400.
Mr. Chair, on parcel RPR 385-101-4014 and parcel RPR RDXS 000-400, I make a motion that we uphold the assessed value based on a lack of preponderance of evidence.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. That's the admins, right?
Yep.
We have Tyler, no, Tyler Roberts.
Yeah, we canceled.
We made it through all of them.
He was done?
He canceled.
He canceled? Okay.
Yep.
Tyler Roberts canceled? Okay, go back to the other paper. We have Edward Kearney.
No show.
I don't see his appraisal. You didn't show a copy of the appraisal. I can show you a copy when I come.
Sure.
Sorry.
Just want to look at one thing real quick. Value is 961. Mr. Chair, on parcel RPR 401-502-0501, due to a lack of preponderance of evidence, I make a motion that we uphold the assessed value.
I have a motion, all in favor say aye.
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 Did we do Ferguson already?
We have not done Ferguson.
They canceled.
Go Ferguson.
We canceled?
Yeah.
So do you want to just read that in then?
I don't know, they just canceled, I don't know what they did.
I don't show we made any changes on our side.
Chrissy said that they emailed her.
Some of these people just like us to go through their property with them, and then they're happy.
All right. With that being said,
You saved us a half an hour.
holding one, and nobody had training. I got a packet, but I don't have an appeal form. But the packet says 7 of July 22.
What was the name? David.
Training, Kraning. What's that? Did we?
It was an admin.
Okay. My piles were in separate one. They got submitted late. And so I just told her to put them in instead of trying to take my packet back apart and stick them in. So I was trying to keep track of